Yes, I'm platinum. Yes, I was lagging. And yes, because of those two things, mostly lag, I missed some very easy shatters. However, what you're about to see is me do a VOD review of my own gameplay playing Reinhardt in Season 10 as a plat tank. Apparently, picking Ryan is considered a throw. If you believe that, just find another video to watch. So we go ahead and take this first high ground over here on the left. This is a very intentional position, but we're going to pause this in for a second. This is one of the things I'm getting into the habit of understanding, and I understood this in the game as well. You look at not only their team composition, but your own to determine how you're going to play any hero, really, but especially Reinhardt. Now, Reinhardt, he really only has a brawl playstyle, but what you're looking for is am I going to play this insanely fast or very slow? For instance, if they have a poke composition, like they kind of do, this would definitely be one of those you need to play fast, you need to get in their face. The trouble with that, though, is as you look at our composition, you have two flyers, an Ana, and a Mercy. This is kind of a rough Rhine composition. It's not great, but my team plays really well here, so I'm not going to blame them. That's not the point of this video. I just was going to show you that this is something you need to take into consideration. So I knew I needed to play this fast, call out targets, and do my best to hopefully get this random team to work with me. Now, again, you are going to see some rough shatters. You're going to see some rough fire strikes. I'm not really worried about the mechanic end of this. Okay, so we have a pick here. My Pharah gets a great pick. I recognize this, but I am really low, so this is not a time for me to go in. Okay, but we get the Reinhardt. Now we're really up. Okay, so we have one of their supports and their tank out, but I can't move forward right now because I don't have enough health. Okay, now I got a little bit more health. We're moving up. I realize no one's really capping point. Yes, I completely tripped over that trying to walk around the corner. Let's not talk about it. So far, I'm not seeing anything super awful. You will see a much more reserved play style here, which is not great for Reinhardt. However, I did that intentionally because of the fact that I was seriously playing with 140 to 160 millisecond ping when I'm used to 40. So I had a full 100 ping higher than normal, and it was very rubber bandy. So it was making it kind of difficult to play, but I had to do my best here. You can see me kind of pause here, seeing if I can figure out if the internet was broken. But we move on. We're gonna go ahead and see here how my positioning is. So far, I feel like my shield usage is immensely better than it has been. I'm just trying to figure out what to do here. I go ahead and back out. Honestly, that would be, I think, the very first egregious mistake that I'm seeing is that I backed way out. Now, let's look at why I may have done this. Keep in mind the red here is definitely, I always forget how to turn on. Is it spectate overlay? No, how do you do this? There's a way to show the markers, but let's just go free cam here. And I'm sure there's a button that I'm staring at and it's not here, but just for today, we aren't going to worry about the circles. We are now in a place where I recognize my team has fallen back, so I fall back. But we've also given them a tremendous amount of space. Let's back it up a little bit. So I'm here, up on high ground. And now, why do I back off so hard here? This is me kind of questioning my own decision. What did I see? Well, I see both of my supports in the back, but why am I falling back to them? Maybe because I think we're down one? Where's our Pharah? Coming back from spawn? Yes, or I guess not Pharah anymore, now on Bastion. But that is probably why. I saw our Pharah get picked. I realized that my other two teammates were back here. And because I don't have a brawl composition, this does make it kind of hard to play Reinhardt in the way he's intended to play, but that's okay. You know, it's not a big deal. That is the wrong button. All right, so we're going to kind of watch what happens here. So, okay, so our Echo gets a pick. I notice that our Ana's getting low, so I jump in and try and shield. Yeah, see, these fire strikes are kind of rough. Looking for a swing. I don't know why yeah, okay, see that right there? That was just me lagging and trying to get back. So I tried to shift and just hit it too early in reference to what was going on. I recognized that the Kiri had no TP, so I'm sitting here practically screaming at my team to turn around and hit the Kiriko. And the Kiriko is still alive. But we do get their tank there and we get point back. Okay, good. Kind of a rough shift in there. I'm trying to hit this Mercy, but again, the lag, I'm not quite timing it right. I don't want to blame the lag here. So really the big thing that I'm noticing so far, I actually don't think that this Reinhardt play has been bad so far. Considering that my team is not very brawl oriented, I can't really go in on brawl. Now, you could argue in the comp setting when you're solo queuing, you can't really just one trick Reinhardt of all heroes unless you have a team that is at least generally brawl-ish, if that makes sense. If you at least have 2 out of your 4 other teammates that are playing a brawl composition and can play along with you, it may be easier. But I don't want to look for that. I want to look for what I can do better in less than ideal circumstances, which, by the way, spoiler alert, we're fine right now. We aren't getting countered by anything. This is just a kind of hard to play with on my team, but there's no counters really on their team yet. I hear him come around here, and again, just the timing of the lag, I couldn't quite shield, but I noticed he's low. I come around for a shatter. This was an amazing shatter, but I just stand here because I thought I had Fire Strike. I didn't. None of my team is here to follow up. So, good shatter as far as value of knocking down the enemies, but before I shatter, let's back up just a little bit further, and we're going to go free cam and hit play. So we do this fight in this room. Let's not be outside here. So, where's my team? For some reason, my Bastion is all the way back here. All the way back here. I don't know what our Bastion's doing, but I should have looked behind me and realized my Bastion wasn't there. If I had looked behind me as well, this is a habit I'm working on, by the way. That's why I keep referencing it. I would have noticed I was down a support. So I go in here, and this shatter, while it hits a lot of them, got no value. So let's watch what happens here. So I'm low. I hit literally 3 out of the 4 available targets here. 5, to be fair. That's insane. That is actually nuts. So our Echo gets a pick. Okay, I'm getting kind of shot from the side here. We're going to come back out. So we got a pick, which was good, but that shatter, I think, is one of, while it was a lag situation that made it kind of mistimed, that was not the primary issue. The primary reason that shatter got no value was because my Rein was, my Rein play, is what I'm trying to say here, was way too early in comparison to my team. Okay. Let me get back to my first person POV. It does look like their, I think, did their hog use whole hog? I want to watch this from his POV. Did he use whole hog? Shattered. Oh, he does. So, okay. So the shatter wasn't the reason he died. Otherwise, that would have actually not been as bad of a shatter as it looked. Still could have been better if I had had better timing. So I hold my shield up to get my Bastion back. Again, just kind of recognizing Rein's shield is used to help path your teammates and that he needed some help getting around. All right, so now we see the first real swap. Their tank swaps from Hog into a Ramatra, which I saw. So I recognize now they're going to have a bit more of a brawl ability. Now, this was just unfortunate. I am way overextended. So if we back up, how much shield do I have available to me? 1,000 some? Yeah, no, right here. I should have been backing up. Before the Kitsune, I should have been backing up. I was trying to get my Bastion out, but I end up dying for it. And so does the rest of my team, as I recall. Let's go ahead and take this to a free cam to witness the rest of this fight. Ram throws some hands here. Yeah, Mercy just dies on point. And that Echo backs off, which is fine. I don't think that was a bad call. So we're going to come back in on our POV here. Now, I'll let you know, we do actually end up winning this first point, but I'm not really sure this is because of me or that I did anything substantial. But you don't really do anything substantial with the composition we have. We still have the same comp on our team, by the way. And our team is playing well, so I'm not mad at it. Okay, so we now notice we have a pick. It's time to go in and start throwing a hammer around. So I hold up a shield. Got confused. I thought that was their Ram having ult already, and I was about to turn around and throw a hammer around. But that did not go. Okay, again, lag trying to hit this Sojourn, but then a Genji comes in, as I recall, and just barely touches point. Okay, This is getting a little rough around the edges. This should have been one. I'm looking at the Kiriko. Yep, good. Good target priority, I think. I'm really struggling on Reinhardt right now, and I'm hoping that next season, or the mid-season patch, makes this better. But my Reinhardt is not bad because Reinhardt's bad. It's because I'm not good at Reinhardt. So really that first round, the big takeaway is timing. I think is a lot of it, and like struggling to understand the timing of this with this composition. Let's go ahead and get to the next round. All right, so we get here and I go ahead and call out to go to this right-hand side. Now you'll notice they have actually made 2 swaps, both of which are meant to counter Reinhardt. Now Orisa is not actually a Rein counter. A lot of people think that, but she's really not. However, I did let her become a Rein counter. That's on me. And what I mean by that is I let my mental slip because I saw Orisa. And even with her nerfs, she's just annoying. That's really what it boils down to. Okay, I realize, okay, they got a Reaper. I need to back up a bit here and just kind of kite. I also don't know where my team is. I'm looking at that a lot again here. Okay. Decent shield off. Okay, yep. Honestly, oh, yep. Getting really low here. This seems like a... Why am I still fighting the horse? I think I realized that here shortly, but she keeps getting low. Yeah, you can see that lag there with the skip. You can actually see it in the replay. That's kind of unfortunate. Okay, so we got the horse, but that is actually the problem with this round so far is my target priority is on the horse, which is like really a problem. So, okay, I try and get a good pick here. Get this the Reaper, the other R. Okay, I got a Sojourn who's isolated. And I'm like, I can't hit a fire strike. Okay, Sojourn low. We're still shooting the horse as a team. You can actually see it. It's actually alarming how much our team is shooting the horse. We have an Echo and a Pharah, and we aren't taking off angles to get their back line. But it's okay. I'm not going to blame them. I'm going to look for me here. Again, I'm dead here. I just overextended. And what I'm seeing a consistent theme of this game so far is I am not understanding that my team is not there, or just overall putting poor timing into engages is one of the other things that I'm seeing. So we'll skip till I come back. Let's get back here. Okay. Now right side again, because I need to be able to get close without running it down main. Now this was just suicide. I don't know if you can say that word or not on YouTube. Sorry about that, YouTube. So I have Shatter. That Kiri dies. So we get a Kiri. And I'm like, okay, this is good. I actually, now, should that have worked? No. But it did work. It was a gutsy move. This Reaper lives. Yep, I put up shield here, trying to keep my Echo alive. And I'm trying to hold some space here, but should I be? Let's look right now. Let's just pause and look. Should I be trying to hold space? Actually, yeah, this is a great opportunity to be holding space. I have all of my team. The ones that should be with me are with me. We got Mercy, Echo, Pharah, and Anna's way back here. Anna's honestly fine. She doesn't really have any dive heroes that are going to dive into her without a knowledge. Like, even if the Reaper were to TP onto her, she has the timing to use her sleep dart. So this is really good. I think this is an act. Now, did I know that? Probably not, but I did anyway. Now, honestly, I have Shatter here. I should be looking for one. And I don't remember if I do. I think I remember exactly what happens. So I kind of try and hold the space. She pushes in. I realize that. I use my shift to get out. And yep, right there. It was just, if I turn around, let's watch this Shatter because this is really not good. So she does this. Let's slow it down. Okay, so I see. Ooh, look at the timing here. I just don't think I even saw her. She already had her spear going because she knew I was going to do this. This is a great Orisa play. Spears me out of my Shatter. This was honestly less a bad Shatter from me, I don't think. And maybe I could have waited out spear. Maybe that would have been better. But this was just a good play on her part. Okay, so we get the Kiriko. But again, does it matter? Let's go back a little bit. Before I dive, where is my team? So I go up here. We have an Echo. That is all we have. And the Echo is getting obliterated. Our Ana is in the back line, as she should be. But we're down Mercy, and we're down Pharah. And I still W key. Now, we get a pick, but it doesn't matter. Because the rest of their team's still up. Very poor decision on my part. So far, consistency here is just timing. Really needing to slow down and recognize where my team is and if they're with me or not. Okay, not bad. Go ahead and shield here. Okay, I now recognize Reaper has no fade. So I try to pin him and it doesn't quite work. Okay, our Pharah throws a little bit of a barrage out there at the tank again. Very unfortunate, but... Okay, we got a Reaper. Okay, I get. This was an interesting situation. Now, I maybe could have burned the Orisa here, but I'm just trying desperately to get a pick, to be honest at this point. That is not the tank. We got a soldier up there flanking. So far, not awful play, but yeah, that was a rough charge. Okay, so we're trying to look for a pick here on the Kiriko. Kiriko now has no TP. We're gonna shield because my health is low. I have Shatter. This would all right. Let's back up. We're gonna slow this down. I'm gonna try and pause it on the moment I should have shattered. We'll go a little bit further forward because the Orisa was around the corner. Okay, here we go. So we're here. Swing. We have Shatter right here. This was an incredible Shatter opportunity. And I was so nervous about this Reaper in my face I didn't use it. Now, was it needed? No, but it definitely would have secured the fight quicker and they wouldn't have gotten to 99%. Well, they might have gotten to 99%, but it would have been a lot harder. Now, we're here. Shatter. Literally Shatter now. This is great. This is a great Shatter. I don't know why I'm holding it still. This is a great Shatter. Okay, so I kind of kite a bit here. It worked out okay, but there's been at least 2 really good opportunities for a Shatter. I grabbed this Bastion. Not the best pin. I recognize there's a Mega. It worked, but that really should not that should not have worked. That should have ended in me not being here anymore. Let's fast forward a bit until the fight begins. Here we go. So again, so far we're looking for timing. I have a Shatter here and I don't know exactly what happens. I remember that it doesn't work out. I even remember where I use it, but like move up here, Shatter. Yeah, again, I don't know what our Pharah is doing there, to be honest with you, but that, you know, it is what it is. Okay. Okay, so with the lag, the Shatter animation didn't play properly, so I thought it glitched. It was just a bad Shatter, okay? It's a very bad Shatter. I didn't wait until they were out. I tried to predict the Shatter. So my Shatter here was just very, very poor. Again, timing, but timing in a different aspect. Okay, good. Yep, get out. This is the time to just leave. I need to just leave. But I recognize if I just leave, we lose point. I am now swinging at the horse, moving past the horse. There's a Bastion. I will point out that 2 of their teammates counter swapped me almost immediately, and my team has not made 1 change, which is interesting, but it's not counter swaps that are the thing. I'm bringing all this up for a reason. Counter swapping is not the reason you are losing your games in freaking plat. It's not happening. Now, is it frustrating? And can your mental slip and therefore cause a problem? Yes, but it is not because they played Bastion Orisa that my Reinhardt was bad. It's because my Reinhardt is bad. It has nothing to do with that. I mean, case in point right here. I am just desperately trying to live, and I don't. So they get me here. We'll go ahead and go free cam this here. I believe my Mercy and Ana stall for quite a while. Soldier visors. And then our Pharah, yep, tried really hard and just kind of waited it out. And then for some reason, doesn't try to touch here. I don't understand why, but it's okay. Again, what could I have done better? Well, I could have gotten more value out of my Shatter by timing them better overall, right? Waiting in that most recent one until they were actually across would have been a great starting place. So we lose this point, not because I didn't swap off Rein, but because I should have played my Reinhardt better. I think overall I was playing a bit more of a pansy playstyle, if you can even call it that. And I think the reason for that is simply that I didn't feel confident in the team that I had to go with me. So keeping in mind my team has only made maybe 1 swap at this point. No, we're still on double flyer into a Sojourn Bastion, right? So like we could sit here and say it's their fault, but it's not. They may have been the bigger problem, but I wasn't any better. I get a really good fire strike there. How much ult charge did I get there? Like 20? So we start with 4. Oh man, yeah, we go from like 3 to 23%. We literally grabbed 20%. Waiting out turret form, just trying to prevent him from getting there. Okay, now I'm really low. I just need to back up. So they get picked early. That's a very unfortunate reality. Trying to shield off. Yeah, this is just rough. I'm still trying to shoot the freaking Orisa, and this is just, yeah, I die. Okay. So far, two big problems with my Reinhardt. Number one, I am way too focused on the wrong targets in the second and third round so far. I think my mental slipped and I started targeting the Orisa. Terrible decision. Even post nerf, she should not be your primary target, especially in this composition. The other thing is I am not timing my brawl phase very well. I'm not waiting until the Bastion's turret form goes away, right? And then the timing also in regards to my ultimate usage. So the shatters have been a little rough around the edges. Let's get here to the fight. We are now at the edge of the door here. Honestly, this is not the angle to take. I think I realized that. No, I think I try and run it down main here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Now we shield to get to the next cover. Wait for the team. I'm looking for them. We got a sleep dart off, but it looks like we woke up the target. Now, unfortunately, this other DPS was very, very positive, by the way, compared to the other DPS. So, Malate, if you are by chance watching this, thank you for being positive. Braum, on the other hand, just literally throws the game at the end here. It's very unfortunate. Now, this was actually a good play, but because of the lag, I didn't let go early enough, so I die for it too. Now, unfortunately, what we see now, I can guarantee you, is, yeah, they can't do much here. What are they going to do? It's 2v4. But again, our Echo now burns copy. Yep, you see here, yep, like this is just not, it's very unfortunate, and I really should have known better than to try a shell bebop kind of play when I couldn't barely, you know, swing my hammer with the right timing because of the lag. Yeah, I recognize this was the time to leave. Bastion's on his own. I'm hoping we can move in, start moving fast enough. I tried to take the Orisa there. Okay, we're back on Nano. I honestly should have just taken the Nano and left. So I think my entire team's mental, including my own, by the way, just slipped and fell off the edge here. So we're gonna watch. So we go for a good shatter here, but again, I knew I wasn't gonna get the opportunity to use it. But what is my Reaper doing? TPing to point, trying to delay. Goes on ult, gets 2 good picks. So I had some hope. My Ana comes in, I got a Mercy, and they just kind of get booped off the point. But look at this. Let's back this up a little bit. I want you to see this. Our Echo gets rezzed and stays put. Does not try and come help the Mercy, who is still fighting on point. Just stays on the other side. If our Echo had gone there, we might have been able to turn that around. Now, with that said, my Ryan was bad. Let's talk about the takeaways. Number one, most important, I need to recognize timing better. This is something that my coach has actually been working with me on as well. Turning around. Okay, is my team here? Okay, good, go. Now, that's more in regard to team play, but even in public rank solo queuing, I could do a lot better at making sure my team is actually there and ready to fight. The other thing is my shatters. My shatters were actually decent as far as hitting targets, but they were not good at all in their timing, right? The first one that we recognized was back on the first round. We shatter, we hit, was it 3 out of 4 that I could have possibly hit? But there was no one to follow up with it, and I didn't even have the cooldowns to try to get a couple of eliminations, so it was a complete waste. And then my other one there on the second point, yes, no, third point, that shatter, there was like a prediction shatter. I don't know what I was doing there. It was a bad move. So really, long story made short, I want to take one key thing away that will take my Reinhardt play and push it to the next level. And I think that one thing is timing. I really believe it's that fundamental and that basic. Thank you for checking this video out. I appreciate it. If you're into this kind of stuff, you should watch this video right here, this one, because it's another one of these very similarly styled videos.